Good evening, I'm Sal Pierre, and this is the latest update on US and world news, here on the News Network. In the ongoing trade dispute between Canada and the United States, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is shifting strategies, offering assistance to US President Donald Trump as both nations face the threat of a potential tariff war. Trudeau, who has previously warned of economic hardship due to the looming tariffs, has now promised to support Trump in achieving America's golden age, a reference to the president's inaugural speech. He emphasized Canada's role as a safe, secure, and reliable partner to the US, suggesting that the alternative relying more on resources from nations like Russia, China, or Venezuela would not be in America's best interest. This diplomatic shift comes after weeks of preparation on Canada's part for retaliatory tariffs should Trump proceed with imposing a blanket 25% tariff on Canadian imports. While Canada's trade relationship with the US has been historically close, the looming tariffs have put immense pressure on the Canadian economy, with 75% of its exports heading south of the border. Trudeau has faced opposition at home regarding how to respond. While some Canadian officials, like Premier Danielle Smith of Alberta, have resisted using energy exports as leverage, Trudeau has not ruled out such drastic measures. He has also met directly with Trump and visited Florida to appeal to the US president. In a shift on Tuesday, Trudeau expressed frustration, noting that Canada had navigated similar uncertainties during Trump's first term. "We've been here before," he remarked, highlighting that previous trade tensions were resolved constructively. In Washington, US officials have intensified discussions about trade priorities. The America First review that Trump initiated earlier this week has placed a focus on national security, which could influence the tariff discussions. However, Canadian officials remain uncertain about the timeline and specifics of these trade policies. The tariff threat, primarily tied to border security issues, comes at a time when Trump is also criticizing Canada over its defense spending and what he perceives as a trade deficit. Experts point out that this deficit is influenced by fluctuating energy prices, a key export for Canada. As both sides prepare for a critical February 1st deadline, Canada's focus remains on avoiding tariffs while maintaining strong ties with the US. However, with no clear resolution in sight, many experts agree that the negotiation advantage currently lies with President Trump. For now, the uncertainty continues to loom over the Canadian economy, as its leaders weigh their options in what could become a high-stakes trade war. We'll continue to follow this developing story. That's your US and world news update. Stay tuned to News Network for more breaking news.
Good evening, I'm Victoria Smith, and here's your US and world news update, live on the News Network. A looming financial storm is ahead for millions of federal student loan borrowers, with many expected to see significant increases in their monthly payments starting in 2025. Recent changes and challenges to key student loan relief programs, along with upcoming income raise certifications, are set to send monthly payments skyrocketing for some Americans. Several Biden-era student loan forgiveness initiatives, including the SAVE Plan, face legal hurdles, and with a Republican-led Congress, any hope for widespread debt relief seems increasingly unlikely under the current administration. The SAVE Saving on a Valuable Education Plan, launched in 2023, was a lifeline for over 8 million borrowers, reducing their payments based on income and family size. However, this program is under threat. Republican leaders are pushing to repeal the SAVE Plan in a reconciliation bill, and a court challenge could see it struck down altogether. Should that happen, borrowers would be forced to switch to other income-driven repayment plans, many of which come with much higher monthly payments. For example, an undergraduate borrower with a $60,000 income who was paying around $150 under the SAVE Plan could see their payments double to about $300 per month under the Pay As You Earn Pay plan. For graduate borrowers, the jump could be even more severe, depending on when they took out their loans and which plan they qualify for. In some cases, payments could increase by as much as $300 to $400 a month. Beyond the risk of the SAVE Plan's repeal, millions of borrowers may also face higher payments due to mandatory income recertifications. During the COVID-19 forbearance period, many borrowers did not have to recertify their income, but as those requirements are reinstated, borrowers may find their payments increased based on changes in their income or life circumstances, like marriage. A borrower whose income has risen 25% over the past 5 years could see their monthly payment jump from $305 to $430 under pay, or from $460 to $645 under older plans. The combination of these factors, repeal of the SAVE plan and income recertification, could result in some borrowers facing payments that are several times higher than what they've been paying in recent years. For instance, an undergraduate borrower previously paying $120 per month under SAVE could see their payments climb to as much as $480 if they have to switch to an older repayment plan. Graduate borrowers could see their monthly bills surge from $375 to nearly $1,000. The situation is particularly dire for Parent Plus borrowers, who may face even larger increases in payments. If they are forced to switch from the SAVE plan to the income contingent repayment ICAR plan, payments could leap from around $540 per month to over $1,400, based on an income of $100,000. While these changes are concerning, there are limited strategies borrowers can explore to reduce their payments. Consulting with a tax advisor to reduce adjusted gross income (AGI) or adjusting tax filing status could potentially lower monthly loan payments. However, these approaches require careful planning and should be discussed with a professional to ensure they make financial sense. With these drastic changes on the horizon, millions of student loan borrowers are bracing for financial strain in the coming year. We'll continue to monitor this developing story and provide updates as more information becomes available. That's the latest update on student loan payments. Stay tuned for more news right here on the News Network.
Good evening, I'm Justin Lee, and this is your top story tonight on Sal's US and World News. In a significant legal development, a federal judge has temporarily blocked President Donald Trump's executive order that sought to redefine birthright citizenship. The decision comes after the first hearing in a multi-state legal challenge, with the judge calling the executive order blatantly unconstitutional. Trump issued the executive order shortly after being sworn in for his second term on January 20, 2025. The order aimed to deny U.S. citizenship to the children of parents living in the U.S. illegally, a sharp move in his administration's ongoing effort to curb illegal immigration. Under the order, children born after February 19th whose parents are undocumented would not be granted U.S. citizenship. It also sought to bar U.S. agencies from recognizing the citizenship of such children. This order quickly drew backlash, resulting in lawsuits from 22 states and several immigrant rights groups, with Washington, Arizona, Oregon, and Illinois filing the first suit. During the hearing, U.S. District Judge John Coffenner, a Reagan appointee, criticized the order as unconstitutional, questioning how any legal expert could justify it. The judge issued a 14-day temporary restraining order, halting the Trump administration from implementing the order while the case progresses. Another hearing is scheduled for February 6 to decide whether to block the order long-term. The legal battle centers on the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which guarantees birthright citizenship to anyone born on U.S. soil. This provision, ratified in 1868, was designed to secure citizenship for former slaves following the Civil War. The Trump administration's argument rests on the assertion that children of non-citizens are not subject to the jurisdiction of the U.S. and therefore should not. Washington Assistant Attorney General Lane Palozola sharply rejected this argument, pointing out that those in the country illegally are still subject to U.S. law, including immigration courts. He also argued that implementing the order could have severe consequences for states, potentially costing millions to adjust health care and benefits systems for those affected. The decision is seen as a temporary but significant win for those opposing the executive order. Washington Attorney General Nick Brown emphasized that the right to citizenship for those born on U.S. soil is a well-established part of American law. He stated, "Nothing that the president can do will change that," referring to the centuries-old legal tradition. The controversy over Trump's executive order brings into focus ongoing debates over birthright citizenship in the U.S. A landmark Supreme Court case in 1898 affirmed the principle, granting citizenship to a child born to Chinese immigrants. However, critics of birthright citizenship, including some Republican lawmakers, argue that this principle should not apply to children born to undocumented immigrants. As this case continues to unfold, the debate over birthright citizenship is expected to remain a heated issue in the U.S. political landscape. We'll keep you updated on the latest developments as they happen. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates right here on Sal's US and World News.
This is Sal Pierre. Thank you for watching. We promise to bring you the headlines and the detailed reports mostly as the events are happening. Please subscribe to the channel, like and share our videos. You'll be glad you did. See you at the next video.